Thank you. Well, it has to be said, interesting game coming up on this one. The Legion and Seattle Surge going against it. Of course, bittersweet for Seattle, second at Raleigh. And for the Legion, an interesting stat line. If they lose this game, they would have lost to 1, 2, and 3 in Raleigh in their last 3 games. But there are positives to be had. The Legion does look good. Their S&D has been superb, Ton.
Yeah, their S&D has been really good, but everything else, not so great. It has to be said. They've got some catching up to do when it does come down towards hardpoint and control. But let's see how things do break down here. The Search and Destroy is going to be a big one. We all know that. That's where things are really going differently. But this first map is not necessarily Seattle's best either. So it's an interesting one. Vegas Legion do have a chance here on maps 1 and 3 to maybe try and nab a respawn. Win your S&Ds, you win the game.
That's what we're going to start off on this P1. Obviously, the look for P2 will come in for both teams, but any points you can grab here from Seattle will be a bonus. You can see at the moment they are just holding position, eventually getting taken down. That's 3 for the Legion.
Good job there from the side of Legion. Keep down the spawns though. We are focusing over towards P2. You don't necessarily get a lot of time over towards P1, although things have changed very, very quickly with that on occasion. I do see some teams set up very, very well for P1 in Paris. Oh god, we've got to get that gone. Vegas Legion are a good one at doing so. Mac and Co trying to control here though, as this rotation over towards P2 is looking like it's going to go Seattle's way.
They're in a great position for it at the moment. Obviously, a little bit of scrap time going over to Vegas. But Seattle just holding fire, ready for the push they know is coming. And here comes Vegas Legion trying to put the squeeze on already. A little bit of a trade going around the point. Tem's going to be on. Looking for accuracy. He knows he's here. He's been stunned as well. Holding the irons for so long. And Tem gets 2. It's a huge play from there in the end. And it will now be Vegas in control.
Yeah, eventually do get themselves round. Really good play coming up from Temp. And that's sometimes what they kind of rely on when it comes down to a hard point. Temp just trying to make the plays. The rest of the team are now here backing up and getting points on the board. Seattle with the pinch though, nicely done. Pred through the middle of the map, and that's going to be 2 easy kills. Third, not going to be quite there. TJ looks a little bit different, but nonetheless, trying his best in the middle of the map. Of course, is Clayster. I think he's a little bit messed up here, but we know who's who. Clay towards the back here, trying to lock things down as rotation over towards P3 comes in. Prolute has to do well here.
This is all about this hold here for Vegas. They've made the rotation. They've made the kills. They're now in a dynamite position. They'll take that lead back very, very quickly. It will be Seattle Surge, who now have to come all the way across the map and try to break this setup. Huge points available for Legion.
Good time on the board. Yeah, trophies down. Are you going to be able to lock this down? Sib, open and brick. Gonna find a push through. The time of Temp couldn't have been worse. And those points that we said are on offer have very quickly disappeared. Trophies down on the other side of things here for the Seattle Surge. They should and very well could take a lead here. Off generators have got position over towards Embassy side as well, holding down the office. Vegas Legion already thinking about the rotation. No, big gunfight's about to go down. Temp will find one. Mac needs to hold this. Good rotation
as well. Legion will get out of it, although great nade there from Temp, and Pred will just hold it down and has to go get the scrap time himself, but knows more of a push is coming through. He's called that one out perfectly.
Oh!
Pred firing on all cylinders. And they get the scrap time, they are in the lead, but now comes the break.
Pred finding those 3 kills does put the pressure on Vegas Legion here. That middle of the map control that they had, non-existent now. Accuracy, finding his way around. Statistically, actually, this is very much the slowest player in the league. I don't think anyone would have been too surprised when that came up, but there's the break immediately from Seattle Surge. And honestly, it's off the back of those kills from Pred. It just makes things so much easier. You find the first 3 mid-map, wipes out that pressure. Legion then spawning up, having to get inside the point very, very quickly. But the Vice is too tightly gripped onto their hold, but now is it going to come on through? Pred will find 1, 2, not quite there. Break coming in for Seattle potentially, but Legion do well to get it back.
They have Pred looking to strike here as his health comes back. And they were just waiting for a kill, and he's going to find it as well. He is a menace. So many gunfights you don't expect him to walk away from.
It's just constant, isn't it? You know, of course, everybody knowing about the links with Optic, and there is no surprise to see them. Pred absolutely beaming this year so far, and it is, as said, no surprise. Mac now just trying to hold this. Clayster all on his own here, really. He's done really good work, though. Clayster managed to break on through. Is he going to find a second here as well? My goodness me! Oh my god, Clay! 3 in a row, breaks it open on his own. And Legion are in.
Ridiculous. Oldest player in the league, but Gunny 18. Running around with a Vaznev, and he has broken this open. It will be Legion in the lead. Is he going to go on another route here? Going to go for a bit of a dive. It's Athletics. It's Clay. It's once again. He's looking for the players. He knows they're here. Will he get another challenge? Sims eventually going to shut him down, and it will be Seattle Surge to break back in, but he did an awful lot of work there.
Question has to be asked. I mean, Clay's running through, pulling out 3 pieces. What year is it? Where's everybody else? You need some help with your Clay in that instance. TJ now trying to find a push through. 5 and 16 from him. Needs to be a little bit better on that side of things, but nonetheless, Legion very much in touching distance here. Rotation gonna start coming on through as we head into the second set of hills. Legion not in too bad of a spot here. Battle back. I think, you know, you think about P3 and P4, that's when things did swing back and forth. Could have went either way. Nonetheless, the game very much even at this stage.
Well, this has been kind of Legion's story so far, as they have looked good in a lot of places and a lot of times. But the small mistakes, the mistakes they have been trying desperately to iron out of their gameplay, has let them down in tight games. Can they hold the ice in this one? Can they keep battling all the way through and walk away with a W in this hardpoint?
And I think, you know, one of the things we said at the beginning, the Search and Destroy is so good. If they can string together something in Respawn, they'll be looking like a very, very dangerous team. Heading over towards P2, though, they have pretty much been cleaned out, and all of a sudden, Mac, it's going to be a brick wall over towards the back plan pot side. It eventually will get dealt with, so Seattle Surge know exactly where this push is coming from. Can they prepare?
They're trying to make a big push here. You can see Seattle Surge trying to set up for it. They know these players are winding their way there. A lot of Legion pressure, but unfortunately it is going to fall. Accuracy holds them back, and Pred is just snapping on everything here. Hasn't found anybody, but he's checking every single corner. And Legion still can't get a toehold. They've got players here, but they can't get past. Eventually the kills will come through. Pred will be the last one alive, and he might take this fight.
Yeah, there's 25 seconds to go here, so this is good, healthy time for Pred to try and get a hold of. He can find the first. He's surely got a challenge for the second. Oh my goodness! Pred, 15 seconds to his name. Rotation now going to start coming on through. It is Vegas Legion. First one's there, but that's scrap time that they would have liked.
Well, I'll tell you something. Legion need a hold, but Seattle need to break. Let's find out how they are going to do it with the Seattle Surge. Listen in.
I'm throwing my shit.
Yeah. I have a trophy. I'm running across.
I stunned
I'm running across.
Trophy's got nade. I'm looking for the timers. I can't see him. Gas pinch.
Gas got me.
Orange stairs, probably. Donnie's still on you.
He's close gas hedge block.
I don't know what Donnie is. He's on the side. Probably on the side.
He's close block on us, okay?
Okay. I'm flanking stair door again. I don't know where they were on the flank.
He's close block, close block. Close block. Once she's weak, Teach. He's snaking up and down. No, close right, close right, close right. He's on the block. He's on the close right corner.
Donnie's on top PD stairs.
Old got me. Alright, listen.
I'm going new.
One's top bridge. Yeah, you got by him.
One's top PD. The top bridge to me. I'm coming right.
I'm playing.
I'm waiting for you guys.
I'm coming new.
Just stack time, bro. One side, okay? One back hill, back hill.
Okay, I'm looking back door.
I'm getting in.
Okay, I'm gonna play player halls. Okay, one's at old.
I'm back door.
H1, dead. Nice, one's at old. I'm trying to play both your halls.
I have H1, I have H1.
I'm holding the back.
H1, I'm looking stairs door.
Okay. I'm in bathroom right now.
Yeah,
he's H.
Well, here we go. Seattle Surge behind, but do have the rotation. Can they hold up against Legion? Sim will take down 2 instantly. Product trying to throw a shoulder at the back, but that isn't going to do an awful lot. The rest of Seattle Surge are set up in this one, Ton. The Legion have to find their way through.
And they're tightly set up here, Surge. Not necessarily spreading their wings much, so if one gunfight falls, the rest may follow. There's 3, there's 4. Pred can enter back. Monitor them if you like, but attempt now. Inside the bedroom will clear things out, and this is good time here for the side of Vegas Legion. We're approaching the 200-point mark for both 2 teams. Very, very hard to separate them, but it's a nice break coming through from Legion. It was a really good hold over towards Gens. And now the rotation, the foot race. Over towards P5 is underway. Sib is the first one there, but we're still scrapping over this final amount of time. 10 seconds going over towards Legion. It could be important, but look at the rotation. Seattle Surge are there.
Well, this is what I was talking about. This is everything now. Legion have been in this position many times, but the ice doesn't always hold for them. No mistakes and no mercy. Can they break in and put Seattle Surge to the sword? They're going through this already. The trades are now coming through. You can see Prelude is trying to put the squeeze on here. Probably in this hill. He goes for the chow, and he's going to go down. Reinforcements from Seattle Surge, but nobody in the hill from both sides, Ton.
Oh, he didn't check it. Sib didn't check it. All of a sudden, TJ, oh, he can't quite finish his dinner, and Mac will hold it down. 213, 214, but here come the kills now for the side of the Vegas Legion. They find a breakthrough. Now Sib looking for the break. 25 seconds to go. Legion can't quite win it here, and definitely can't now. Sib inside the point.
We continue the battle.
Oh!
A little bit of movement, just completely bamboozles and takes him down.
Oh my God.
Figure this one out, but all the kill feed, everything to the Seattle Surge. They take the lead here as both teams are in lethal range on the next hard point. And it could be tense. Neither team will want to give away spawns for P2 just in case, but they have to fight over P1.
P1 is usually scrappy, but this time around, teams looking for a potential setup any second is beneficial. Probably will win a good gunfight, and there you go. You can start getting some time. Mac's gonna have to challenge it, but surely Mac will be traded. TJ up top, he's read it. Not gonna be able to find the gunfight. Inside the point is Vegas Legion rotation. There's 50-50 at this stage. Look at the route from Prelude.
This is the thing, you don't practice for this. You don't practice to hold P1 and try to ignore P2.
Oh, that's big.
Scrabbling a little bit, but the nades are coming through both sides. It's going to be Seattle Surge. Place is going to drop it. Can he get him? He's trying to get the needle as well, and he gets both. Both of these as well.
Three dead.
They're going to try and jump on. They're trying to hold as well. Accuracy managed to get two back at the same time. Seattle Surge are flooding towards P1. They don't want to give it up. They're going to jump on. 6 seconds left. Prelude has to make several kills. Finds the first, finds the second, does not find the third, and they are diving and throwing bodies at this in so many ways. But Seattle Surge winning on P1, and the Legion just could not keep enough control to keep them away. It was a crazy P1, and you don't see that very often.
All setup just goes out of the window. And it's just headbutt after headbutt after headbutt in P1. And everyone's like, right, okay, I need to go off, I need to go off, I need to go off. And ultimately, it is Accuracy who comes up with the 2 kills after Callista's huge streak comes through to just slow down the flow of players that's formed the Vegas Legion. What a map number 1, by the way. I mean, map, you know, look, the first 2 series of the day have been a bit one-sided. This one should be a banger, and map number 1 proving it.
Here we go. This is the craziness here. We're going to see it one more time. Both sides basically tied up. And this is the issue. You drill over and over again from the P1 to P2 transition. You don't expect to have to keep flooding P1 or have to keep pushing for your own time. And both teams did it. They get 3 here, and I thought it might be enough, but Accuracy with 2 cuts them down, and it means Legion spawn out.
Yeah, Sib spawning over towards the backside of Tennis Courts as well. Ugh. I hate to say it, but it's because Accuracy gets those kills, forces those spawns over towards that side for his team, and now it's just an easy flood. Oh, that's heartbreaking for the side of the Vegas Legion. A 9-point victory for the side of Seattle, and we didn't really touch on it too much, but MC Hardpoint, arguably their weakest hardpoint map, and they get the dub on it. But now heading into a Search and Destroy, this is really where the side of the Vegas Legion should be able to stretch their legs a little bit, spread their wings, if you like, Pricey. See if they can find a map victory here to make the series tied up. But this is really what their game plan would have been going into that hard point, sort of saying to ourselves, right, okay, this is one of Seattle's weakest maps, I should say, in this mode. It's one of our best. They still can't quite pip them to it. Of course, Seattle's hard point, very, very good. They will take that win and know that the series is very well in their control now.
Yeah, 100%. I think, again, the benefit I'll give here to Vegas, because you remember I was talking about the mistakes that sometimes they make. I don't really think on P1 it was that bad. Like, there wasn't like a mistake you go, oh, it's that again. It's happened to them one more time. Legion have just lost it at the very final thing. That P1 was always going to be chaos, right? They did a great job. Clayster managed to get 2. Temp got 1 more. The fact Accuracy gets 2, and then Seattle Surge basically just swarm onto the point, and Legion are not spawning in a place to reinforce. Most of the time, Legion would have been happy with that. They would have pushed around the back. They would have tried to get P2 control. But that didn't have the time left for it. And unfortunately, if you just win the slaying game a little bit better at times, you're going to walk away with it on a hill like that.
Yeah, it was just raw slaying. It does come down to that. when we do get over towards those scrappy first hills. Seattle Surge will be happy to get that victory. Now said, as the series layout goes, we know Search and Destroy is going to be difficult for them. But I mean, if they can nick map number 2, drive and seek confirmed, pretty much. Good game out of Pret, though. You know, I don't think a lot of people would have, of course, knowing him in this team is very much a strong, cohesive unit, but a lot of people will be wondering, you know, where's his head at after the whole situation played out? How's he feeling? Right now,
yeah,
feeling like he's playing well by the looks of things.
Yeah, I've already seen some things in social media. People like, damn, why is Pred not got over to us? Mostly from Optic fans, but he's always a problem. He is the problem, Pred. Always on the map, just doing things you wouldn't expect, because he's so aggressive and so smooth with it. And even with his performance on that map 1 ton, barely managed to get the win out in the end.
Yeah, honestly, it was just quite a scrappy map. I think we've seen maybe 2 or 3 decent holds from either one of these two teams. There was breaks coming in left, right, and center. Rotations were kind of, I want to say, 50-50 for the most part. Just a scrappy one. Both two teams having that break potential. The slaying ability was definitely there. But ultimately, Seattle Surge just about come out on top when it does get scrappy over towards P1. But you know, when it comes down to it for the side of Vegas Legion, they'll be heading to Search and Destroy feeling confident. Yes, okay, they will be a little bit disappointed that they do lose that in that fashion, but it's time for a bounce back in map number 2. And what a way to potentially do it here on El Asilo when we do get over towards it. The Search and Destroy has looked fantastic. Curious to see if we're going to see any snipers side of things as well. There's a couple of stats that our guys are being delving into. That's interesting to point out. When we get there, we'll jump in on it. But good chance here for the side of Vegas Legion.
Well, yeah, this is where you kind of favor them a lot more than that, and especially coming out on the hard point, they did play incredibly well. You've got to say, if they are in that fine form to go against what was the number 2 team at Raleigh, don't forget, this team went all the way through. Seattle Surge are a force to be reckoned with. Vegas Legion are the underdogs in this game, but it is not the Legion of last year. It is a revived Legion. They've moved, they've improved, and they're here to see how high they can go. That's one of the main questions we've been talking about behind the scenes is, all right, it's no longer the team we remember from last year, the disappointment, the team that, you know, essentially was a little bit of a walking joke at times. This is a team that we want to see how high they can fly. And the games that are already have, even just that hard point against Seattle, I have faith. I have faith in them in this S&D. Yeah. This is a potential win for me. And that's what I'm excited about. A competitive league, a competitive Legion is a sight to behold.
I think we said it when we were coming into the league, you know, when we did our round table, etc., etc. Yes, okay, there was definitely a top end of teams. We know this, but overall, I think everyone was coming to the conclusion things are looking a lot more spread out, a lot more competitive. But here we go. The sniper gameplay is something that's super important when it does come down to things for the Vegas Legion Claystead on this map. When he is sniping, they win approximately 60% of their rounds, only 54% when he's not. So, I mean, it's a small percentage, but these numbers do add up.
Just sip at the moment. Trying to find what he can find. Both teams really looking to figure this one out. Accuracy, though, with the first blood. This does take away some options here from Legion. Sim's calling out Temp, but Temp does get away with his life. Maybe a rethink here for them. Call will have to be made.
Sib looking for the pick. Both two teams playing this one very, very passively. But if you are the Legion, you're the ones that have to make their move. Clay's there now. Can he find Pred? Can he find anything? Mac, you gotta be careful. The minute of being able to find the kill. But they find a little bit of room. That bomb is now down. 4v3 retake for Seattle. Not find the kill. Mac on. Yeah, it's on it.
Fuse. Oh! What a stop! What a stop! The 3-piece! And Prez left alone. And down he goes as well. ProLoop says, all right, I'll have that one. That is ridiculous. The tiniest of margins. I'm going to see a replay of that one again because he was not far away. Finds accuracy. Look at how close that is. A 3-piece to stop it. And eventually picks up the ace. 4 kills for Proloot.
I think you must have been speechless at the routes coming out there. I thought I lost you for a second. Proloot coming around, my God. And as soon as he wins that first gunfight, it's done. He just has to be so fast, though, and the timing is wonderful. It's an ace for Proloot. Oh, and there's a sniper kill from Clayster. We said it was influential, and that's definitely going to help Legion out in this round. Oh, so much control.
And this is what we were looking for, Ton, right? Vegas on the S&D. A very different animal. 2 versus 4 here for Seattle Surge. 1 versus 4 here for Sib. Has a sniper, but no backup, no positioning, and down he goes.
Wow.
Legion go 2-0 up.
That was clean. Clayster finds that first gunfight. The snipe through towards Bart. Obviously, the stun comes through, opens up the door front, and it's a clean angle all the way through. And as soon as that happens, they know they're not going to get pressured from that side. Temp can throw his way up towards Satellite, and they just squeeze. Good work from the Vegas Legion. Really good work. 2-0 up. Something to mention as well. I forgot that and pointed out. We have Legion's kind of best control map. Whether or not you read into what their best control map is, considering their control stats. Coming up in map number 3, this Clayster fights another snipe. They've got a good chance in this series. 2-0 up here in the search.
The best thing about a sniper in S&D, and it always has been, is if it's playing well, it shuts off sightlines here for this one. But Sib is waiting. He taps in as well, and is going to absolutely tear him apart. Sib's still staying alive, trying to make sure he's as much nuisance as possible. Will he get the trade? No. Down he goes to Proloot. Mac and Pred left in a 2 versus 3. Advantage to Legion again.
Mac now. He's got a job on his hands here. There's no chance there, chat. Double chat. There's one. Oh, now he finds the second. TJ would have surely been so weak. Now Pred can make the move. Dead Silence is popped as well as Clayster. Good to see him. Yes, he does. Charles it anyway. And Pred now alive and kicking 1v1.
Looking for TJ. Did he see him as well? I don't think so. That is not a sightline. But patience from both sides. TJ and Pred. Here comes the chow for Pred, but he doesn't pick right. Down he goes. Legion up 3-0.
Cruising. Absolutely cruising. Just a really good job in the end from TJ. Finds that second kill. Has to trade that against Mac. If Mac finds a 2 there, that's the round the opposite way. Finds a trade. Bottom down. Pretty simple from there. Really good work from the Vegas Legion. They just control the map so well. I think the presence from Clayster's sniper just worries Seattle a little bit. You see Clayster playing those aggressive angles. Sid was back here trying to defend with the sniper. Different kind of player when it does come down to it in this scenario. Look at this big hit here coming in from Seattle. They're going to go quick. Looks like TJ's making the route.
Accuracy going all the way back here, but TJ just going for this one aggressively. Oh, doesn't see him, but will eventually find Pred. That is first blood for him as well. Tem picks up Sib as well.
Oh, wow.
Tem finds a second. And now they are hunting. Mac left alone in a 1 versus 4. Is there any hero play? Is there any light at the end of this tunnel? And Temp's going to be finding him. And no, that's 3 for Temp. That's 4 now for Vegas Legion.
Seattle are getting beaten around El Asilo here. In every single corner of the map. And
it is.
I said it's just control. It's just really good map control from the side of Legion. Yes, okay, the clutch situation for Proloot in the first round. Yes, the snipes coming in from Clay have really helped things out. Really nice play from TJ as well. Dead Silence popped. Just decides to send it. Sometimes those rounds work out. Doesn't necessarily have to be a big brain play. Well made them 5 in a row here for TJ.
Well, there's been a stun check. Are we looking for this one now? TJ knows the player was here. TJ going for this one. Level 6, but doesn't choose to chow. Waits it out. They're going to go for the bomb plant.
Complete control of the site. Manages to find his way through. Knows they're not pushing from that side. And Mac just sprays through the wall. You hate to see it. Vegas Legion now 3v4 for them. 2 2v4.
Teach brings it back. It's down to a 2 versus 2. Legion have managed to bring this one back. Max takes him down. It's now Clayster in a 1 versus 2.
Daddy popped.
Gonna find one as well. Down to a 1 versus 1. A potential clutch for Clayster as he goes all the way around the houses, all the way around the map. Dead silence. Being used to his maximum. He knows where Mac is as well. Surely for the veteran, the world champion. This is written in the stars.
Yeah, good luck, Mac.
Oh! Oh no! Mac has locked it in! Mac has ice! And he shuts down Clayster! Gets a defuse, the 1v1 to Mac.
It's a 50-50.
Every right not to be happy.
It's a 50-50. Which way does he go? Oh, it's just a peek of the head and he melts him. 2 HP! Oh!
And Clay thought he had it. He repositioned. He had information. He had patience.
But yeah, he has to check it at that time. He has to check it.
Unbelievable. Matt calls it perfectly right there at the end, and Seattle will get a point on the board.
It is indeed, after all of that. Just a drop of blood in the grand scheme of things for the Vegas Legion. Still in a really comfortable spot, but I mean, no search and destroy. Things can get a little bit tense. You lose 1 round, you lose 2. All of a sudden, it's a very different game. Pred, dead silence, popped straight through the middle of the map here as well. Spins because he has Pro Loot, and here comes the cavalry. Pred just trying to survive. Pred dead. Bomb down. 4v3.
Zib just trying to make sure no one gets this thing. I think Clayster's seen him on the right though, and he gets away with the tiniest of margins. Eventually, TJ will take him down. There is no place to hide. And they're pushing forward this one though. Mac gets another kill.
No tread.
It's still advantage to Vegas. Mac trying to stay alive. 2 health points as well. Clayster gets accuracy. It's just Mac. It's only Mac, but it's been too late. That will be diffused. And they were just falling. They were fighting on the back foot the entire time, Ton.
Yeah. They did really well to get themselves into the site and get that bomb down, but as soon as they lose that first gunfight, it is literally backpedal, backpedal, backpedal. Just try to get out, try to survive, get yourself in a position. Clayster finding the pick over towards Sib, or Nelly finding the pick to allow TJ to actually find the kill. Completely opens things up for the Vegas Legion, because now you've cleared up towards the top side. You know where they're coming from, and it's only going to be down low. Sib, accuracy. Breadstick apiece. 5-1 for the Vegas Legion now. Surely they tie the series up. Yeah, Temple with another first blood.
Seattle struggling nice and deep. TJ calling in the missile. Gotta curve it, trying to get it round. It's not going to be enough though. 3 versus 3. Vegas still looking to put this one to bed right here and right now.
Good kill. Good
advantage here.
Yeah. They're just squeezing all the time. They find a kill, reposition, just tighten them up.
You see, they're playing patient. This is teamwork out of the Legion.
Surely accuracy
They
is
don't want to make any mistakes.
Yeah. Accuracy very much on a swivel. Did hear it. Has to reposition. He's going to be checked though as soon as he comes around the corner, but he's got attack, and you've got it. Vazdev, unfortunately, TJ has to back her down for accuracy. Finds a second. Prologue now in a 1 versus 2. You don't tell that.
And this is what I said about small mistakes. Accuracy sitting on a heady just takes out 3 members of Legion. And they are still in this S&D. Surely there's no way the Legion can throw this.
Accuracy on a heady is not something you want to contend. I presume good shots coming in from him. We didn't see one of them, but 3 big kills from accuracy. As you said, surely, Legion, don't throw this one away. But that's the kind of round that you can go, ugh, that one stings. But do they have the composure? I mean, they sent it down mid-map here, but they've not read what Seattle are doing. Temp needs to stay alive yet.
Temp knows, though. Managed to get that trade, and he just throws at the wrong time. Actually gets it back. Down to a 2 versus 3. And TJ might get caught here as well, and he does. It's a 2 versus 2. Chaos over a B site.
Can they get that bomb, though? It's not the best of spots, and Kalista, another snipe kill. 1v2 for Sib.
Oh, he's going to get caught, though, jumping, and he is going to go down, but he's so weak, Sib. Managed to go all the way around. Is he going to find a player? No, Prolute gets him while he's still weak, and Legion win the S&D. Whew, I was a little bit nervous. When he managed to get away, I thought he might just have called it correctly, and even got a few bullets on a Prolute. But the Legion get the S&D, the map we thought they would have.
Influential sniper plays from Kalista. Big plays from Temp, time and time again. Prolute with their big clutch rounds. Everybody chipping in. TJ there as well. Everyone from Legion doing their work there. Everyone. A really, really solid map out of them. And for El Asilo, that takes them to, what, 4-1 now. Their Search and Destroy overall is looking so, so good. Now sitting at 11-5. They are such a threat, and teams who are good at Search and Destroy are so hard to play against, because, yeah, okay, if you can nick one off them, you know you're in the driving seat, but doing that is very much harder done than said. Is that the saying? Honestly, words are hard today. Big win for the side of the Legion, heading into a map number 3 that we have not seen full stop from Seattle Surge. This one's on a knife edge, twice.
It really is, and I'll be honest with you, that's looking good for Legion. Like I said, closer on the hard point than I was kind of expecting. But going into Control, they're not really favored, but anything can happen. We don't know what's happened in the week's practice leading up to this. Maybe a change. Let's find out after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. You are joining us here with Vegas Legion versus Seattle Surge. It is all tied up. A close hard point, but not a close S&D. Legion really stretching their legs on that one. Going into the control, though, the Legion have basically just not been a good control team this season, even with Temp dropping those kind of numbers, Ton.
I mean, there you go. I was just hitting our stats, guys. I was like, do we have the numbers for Temp specifically on this map? Well, there you go. 2.3. I mean, it's over 2 maps, in fact. But it's still very, very impressive. But can he keep it up against somebody like the Seattle Surge, who haven't yet to play this map? It is usually their order veto. Have they been working on it? Is this their chance to work on it? I wonder. Seattle Surge now, can you do something here, or can Legion just do what they usually do to teams on this map?
Already a few kills going down, and actually Temp stops the bleeding. Already going away from them. Temp going for the reposition. Look for the player out here who's going to know. Almost gets caught with that stun again, but Clayster will take him down. Helps him out a little bit. Temp playing his life, and there is a big chow going on towards A. At the moment, Vegas not willing to give away anything.
Seattle, welcome to the blender. Oh, bad timing for Temp, though. Accuracy. Slither of hope. Let's try and find himself out. Not going to happen. Clayster will lock that one down. Good work here from Legion. Now for the side of Seattle Surge, it is very much a difficult thing to try and get yourself out of. I say that as 3 kills, 4 kills fall their way. This is now danger. Legion, can you answer back to Seattle Surge? Sudden flurry of kills. Temp will find 1, Prolute will find a 2nd. Just about rebuilding it.
Yeah, Temp doing the big plays there. Gets that first nade out as well.
Good fight.
They're just waiting. Temp again trying to make a little bit of a push up. This seems very well drilled actually from Legion. They're not putting themselves in too bad of a position, and now they can start making the kills. Going for it. He finds everyone but Prolute, and he's using that tire to stay alive. Eventually will go down. Seattle Surge do not want to be bottled up again.
Any tick is a good one. Pred now pushing forward, and this is where he can be such a nuisance inside of Art. Can't find the 3rd. Teacher's there to clean it up. Nobody on the point here for Seattle Surge, but just happy to keep control. If they're alive outside of gate, they're doing okay. Oh, probably big gunfight winners again. We've seen a couple of them from him. Sib will get caught in the end, looking like a solid Legion defense. Who actually knows at this stage?
Well, this is everything here now for Seattle. They really want at least a tick onto this. Pred gonna try and make the plan. He does. He finds 2. His teammate gets onto the point as well. Mac is there. Pred continuing to be a problem. A 4 streak for him as he continues to just try and slay out. That's everything he's doing. He's being difficult. He's being the issue. And he continues. Oh, man. This reign of terror. A 6 streak from Pred will allow them to get the A point, Ton.
Yeah, A over to them now. Now Legion having a little look at it here. Not going to get them out, so there you go. 3 ticks for the side of Seattle Surge on the attack. Legion with only 3 lives remaining at the slaying arrow's not worked in their favor. 3v8. Bad spot for Legion. They didn't even notice the lives. Being now being capped.
This is kind of insane. The Legion look like they're in control for a good portion of this, but they've lost everything now. They're on the point. Prolute breaks in. Accuracy's going to be there. Clayster gets him as well. But there's so much time. It's a 1 versus 6. And down it goes, and Seattle Surge take that attack.
And that's one of those moments where if you're Legion, and again, I mean, I don't know if they didn't notice, but I didn't really notice until, because there was so much going on, how low the lives were. And I wonder if they were just being overzealous and trying to retake, just take the small L's and move on. And they didn't. They just kept going.
Yeah, I think they had a way of playing it, and it was working out for them. They were keeping Seattle on the back foot, like 14 seconds, nothing captured. Unfortunately, Pred went on a 6 streak, ends on a 7, and it just completely destroyed everything Legion had going for them.
Can they answer back? Seattle Surge, we haven't seen them on this map. In the first round we see on them, they bloody one attack.
They're continuing to try and win this defense as well. You also see TJ backs up there. He gets accuracy, doesn't push it any further. He knows he doesn't have any teammates to get this trade for him as well. Legion will be looking to break out this as efficiently as possible. And they take down Pred. They've managed to find a way through. Accuracy, though. The man they expecting to just hold points like this.
And honestly, if I'm playing on Fortress, the last person I want to see in green or in bottom art is Pred. I mean, the man is a menace. He's pushing forward, playing corners, flying at you left, right, and center. Great shots from Prolute, though. And Legion, for all that Pred and Co are doing really good work, are slowly but surely clawing their way out and have pitches on air now.
Pred slowing down, waiting for his teammates through as well. He takes out Mac with that grenade, unfortunately, but it does mean that Legion aren't actually capturing everything. Clayster makes a break into B. This will split focus here for them.
He's in a good spot to cover the cross, though. Needs his team to get onto the point. And they're not doing it. They're just funneling through. TJ now, is he going to surely get traded? Yes, he does. And Clay, when you step up to that position, you can stop the Seattle players pushing over towards A from top or bottom art. Easier said than done, though. That's the saying, mate. I forgot about it last time. Here we go. Vegas Legion just pressed into their spawn. Seattle Surge 2 to the good.
Well, that was a pretty dominant ton in the end. And I thought for a few times Legion might be able to get it, but they just weren't able to really get anything locked in towards any point. But yeah, they win an attack with no ticks in 14 seconds and then deny a single tick to Legion. And it's not looking good for Legion. We said the control hasn't been statistically amazing. They are not known as a good control team. I thought they would have had that first defense. Maybe they can here on their second.
And as I said, this has been their better map. I mean, it's like, what is not their worst one? It's kind of the situation when it has come down to control. Overall, the mode is not being great for them. Sib breaking in over towards B. Second kill will be huge. There you go, TJ. That was a drop shot. Already killed, and then there you go. Seattle Surge have found themselves a way out. Legion spawning over towards A. Danger here for the side of Legion. Good kills from Clay.
Still alive, though. That second ticket isn't going to come in. TJ gets it just in time. The key thing here is for Seattle Surge not to get bottled in and Vegas Legion to try and bottle them. They have to move in this wave of kills and push Seattle all the way back. It wasn't enough last time as TJ managed to get some beautiful movement there onto Sib. Clayster gets one. They're now going to challenge accuracy here in this. He goes for the pre-fire. He knows something.
7 code now. A lot of bodies over towards A. Now for Legion, do you overcheck this? I mean, you kind of have to. It's a huge grenade from Temp. Can he clean it up as well? Here we go. Number 3, well played. 11 and 15 out of him is not necessarily the kind of KD we have expected from Don Don on this map. But trying to lock it down, trying to get his team back into this game.
On the cross, eventually goes down to Pred, though. A little bit of sunlight here for Seattle Surge. Legion trying to shut the door. Clayster knows where he is as well. Won't win the gunfight against Pred. And still, it just remains open for Seattle, just a little bit. They've done more with less, and they did it last time around. But Pred, how do you win that gunfight? It was ready for you. But now they're on to A.
Just quite simply Pred things. And now capped accuracy, putting the pressure in over towards B as well. This is disastrous scenario now for the side of Vegas Legion. Accuracy just trying to stay alive. Look at the lives, 9 to 9. Make that 9 to 8 now. Make it 8 to 8. Back and forth we go. Oh my god. It's done. It might be done.
Looking for it as well. Eventually TJ gets him. 6 versus 6. 1 minute 20 left on the clock. This is about to slow down. Both teams will be aware of the lives. Pred finds TJ.
Had to be doing, by the way.
As well. 4 lives remaining for Vegas. And Pred not going to get the second one as well. 3 versus 4.
Legion have to move. Let's go on up quickly. You've got to move. You don't move quick enough. A 3-0 first time around on Fortress Control. Yeah, honestly, Don, same. Not a clue how a user managed to do that. But Seattle Surge, that was dominant.
Wow. I expected maybe a little bit more of a scramble at the end, but the Legion were just not in position. Over and over again, Seattle Surge were better. I think you can give a little bit of that credit to Pred. Some more to accuracy, but that was ridiculous, especially that first round. They were 14 seconds away from losing the first round without a tick, a 6 streak from Pred, and they walk away with a victory.
And I think, I say, we haven't seen this map from them at all. So we really didn't know what to expect. We thought Legion would have the advantage here. But when you allow Pred to...
I thought Legion would have the advantage. I don't think they're a very good control.
Well, no, they're not. But considering Seattle's automatic veto was always this map, the first time they're going to play it on, well, yeah, as I said, Legion's best control map, you at least thought, oh, okay, well, they've got a good chance here, but to get B3-0 is got to be a little bit underwhelming heading into map number 4. And I think it's, you know, we talk about Pred and the KD, etc., but it's the way he plays the positions. It's where he's playing it. He's so smart, throwing shoulders, backing on down when he needs to, going forward when he needs to. He just has such good game sense. And the gunny alongside of it. Seattle Surge, that was impressive.
Yeah. Again, just the tiniest differences. I felt like there were very good points there for Vegas Legion. They kept trying to bottle up. So the problem is bottling up is not easy, especially when Pred is doing Pred things. Over and over again, he keeps just going, oh, no, I'll just do whatever I feel like. I'll break this open. I'll get this huge kind of like streak going through. You then have to chase me through bottom green. It is difficult to deal with him at all times.
Yeah, that was really tough. I think it's the kind of map you don't want somebody who plays that elusive Slayer. To be honest, basically, I would just Fortress control is my idea of a nightmare when it does come down to playing against somebody like Pred. But Mikado Hardpoint is what's going to be coming up in map number 4. Let's see if they can get something going here for the side of Vegas Legion. We've seen a couple of decent showings from Legion on Hardpoint, but they just haven't been able to close it out. I think, you know, you alluded to that in map number 1, and I mean, we got to see the end result, of course. How does it play out this time on map number 4?
So here's something I'm just going to kind of throw in for people at home thinking about this here. I want you to bear in mind context when we watch some of these games. Like I said, Legion, if they lose this series, we'll have lost to 1, 2, and 3 from Raleigh in the last few weeks. But it hasn't been one-sided. Bearing in mind benchmark-wise, Legion are still working their way on improving, getting further up that field, getting rid of the mistakes. I think, and I'm going to put this out there, I think we're seeing a good Legion at the moment. I don't think there have been as many mistakes as in the past games we've seen. I don't think that they don't look as practiced on some of these game modes. Yes, the control was a 3-0. I think there's positives to say from the Legion are improving slowly over time. And that is fantastic. Again, like I said, context matters. If you're playing number 2 from Raleigh, your first game back in the next set of qualifiers, you are a massive underdog story. So I'm not really saying a lot of negatives here for the Legion. Obviously, Seattle are ridiculous. Pred is obscene, and it is basically just a one-man wrecking crew. But this is what we expect from Seattle. Legion are still very much in this game as well. We get to map 5. Whew.
Of course they are. I just think, you know, they don't have the firepower to match up with Pred. I think it's such a big issue across the board. You know, I would say it's relatively tight in places, but Pred, prime example, number 1 there on control. He's up in your face. He's playing that kind of game. It's very, very difficult for the side of Vegas Legion. But I just don't know if Hardpoint's going to be it here. We've seen how good Seattle have looked, but I agree with you. You know, for the side of Vegas Legion, their last 3 games have been very, very difficult in terms of seedings and where people have ended up finishing. They are still a very, very solid team. And I don't think we should make too many assumptions based on the result of this game, whichever which way it goes. If it does go over towards Seattle, obviously, if Legion can come back, then we can make some assumptions that they're very much here to stay towards the top. But is it going to happen with Mikado? I'm not too sure. For Seattle, when it does come down to Mikado Hardpoint, rotation, 4th best team. Holt, 1st team on the leaderboard. And then when it comes down to break rates, they are number 3 ranked out of 12 on every single one. So that's number 4, number 1, and number 3, and all the things that you need to be good at Hardpoint on this map specifically. You've got to be feeling good for yourself, surely.
We do, but we will have to see how this one plays out. Seattle Surge could take this away here. The Legion will be trying to hold on and take this to map number 5. Straight into the point here for Legion, but we know this isn't really about P1, it's about P2.
Let's see if Legion can hold it down. We've seen London really struggle to do so. Well, it's a good start. Placed it. A couple of kills coming on through. Accuracy is eventually able to add some good shots on the Prelude as well. Now the pressure's starting to come on through. We'll undoubtedly expect some players pushing this side. TJ shows himself. Accuracy patient. Where are Legion going to spawn? I don't think it'll be close. Really nice break. It's all off the back of Accuracy. Spawns now flips. Yeah, Surge in control.
Yeah, if you're Legion, you'll be trying to get as many points off this P1 now. Because you know you might not get an awful lot off of P2, but the more you can get here kind of softens the blow a little bit. They are going for a squeeze though. There's a couple of kills going down, and the Legion are now moving into action here. Can they find anything? But the kill feed goes all Seattle Surge, and what could have been a flip back for them has not panned out.
Potential pinch on the cards here. Let's keep an eye on the map. Closer will help clean up. Kill towards mid. Sip will find one. He needs to stay alive, really. I know he wants the child. We'll have to child. Prelude will find him. Closer on the other side of things now. And I found Prelude there. Yes, okay, you need to get inside the point. Maybe just slow it down. See if the rest of your team can find some kills. Ultimately, they can't, so it wouldn't matter. But also, it's still continuing to tick time up here. Big kill on the rotation. Sib is going to break through as well. Disaster now for the side of Legion. Yep, he's gone.
Oh my goodness. Timing perfection there from Sib. Still alive. A lot of Legion after him. Smashes the window, dives out, finds TJ, keeps going. It's poetry in motion. Sib looking for the players. Eventually will get shut down, but Pred is now arrived as well to back up his teammate. Clayster takes him out, and Legion will have control for just a short time.
Accuracy. Peeling Clayster as he tries to expand out and just dig those trenches a little bit further away from the hard point. But Seattle Surge now trying to make the push through. TJ just out of nowhere finds 3. They line up for him. Pred's there to answer back. But TJ does the work for his team. Time on the board now.
It's a really good hold here from Vegas. They've deflected everything from Seattle so far. And Clayster's going to get it. Big shot from him in the end. 28 seconds left for this one. And it looks like Seattle are giving it up. They have rotated. They're going to be going to Barbers and looking to control.
Seattle Surge. Players out deep here as well. Sib cause an issue. Now, where's Clayster going to spawn up here? I presume still... Well, okay. Over towards plant pots because of that push off from Sib. But Mac, ready and waiting. Will surely reposition here as well. Not many bodies over towards Cantina for Surge here. They have to make sure they hold from the front. Good grenade.
Eventually, they are fighting tooth and nail for this one. Seattle Surge went early, but they have not managed to hold the majority of time for this one. And they're in, but look at this. On the minimap, they are far away. It's just Clayster trying to hold it down with the Vasnev. He knows the players are hunting him down. More Pre finally goes for the reload. No, just the wrong timing. Prolin tries to back him up, but Pred gets 2. Mac gets another, and scrap time to Seattle.
And that was an important break for them, to be honest. Oh my god, what was that gunfight? Temps put about 15 bullets into him. Eventually, they will get cleaned up. No accuracy. Good gunfight for Prelude as well. Melts Mac. This is so much better from the side of Legion. I mean, map number 1 of today, of stage 2 full stop, we've seen London not rotate well, not hold well, not do anything really that great. Vegas Legion showing their caliber here. They're 10 points ahead and in control of the hard point. Stay alive.
Plays life with 1 health. Not going to do it eventually. The trade try to come through, but they are holding on by the tiniest of margins. Seattle Surge will eventually win these kills. Actually finds 2, and they grab it. 40 seconds left on them. This will allow them to take the lead. How much do Legion commit?
Committing a little bit here. Straight through the front door is going to be TJ. Accuracy surely going to be locking that down, but can the rest of the team be there to trade? Accuracy finds a second. Knows he's being hunted as well and just dips. Gets the hell out of dodge. Prelude just cannot find him. Eventually does. Looking over towards the rotations though. Vegas Legion are on the way. Big gunfight's about to go down in Cantina.
It goes down. Eventually wins that one. That's huge for them in the end. I was holding that one with bated breath, even though I'm a commentator, waiting to see which way it would swing. Legion do have some plays. Champ just guns him, but eventually will get taken out as well. The trades do not go their way, and Seattle Surge have control of the rotation.
just felt like Seattle Surge have been behind up until now for the entire game. Just clawing their way back. Slowly but surely. Sit down. Setting up in mid-map. Pred is there as well just to put the dagger in. Holding mid, and now it's a rotation. They're starting to look over towards car park. Already there. Oh, the Seattle Surge already picking up plenty of time here as well. This has been a perfect hold so far. They'll get every single second of it as Vegas Legion reset.
At the moment, Legion are having a real
Sib is flying.
Slaying going at all. Sib holding it down. The rest of them just managing to make this look easy. Legion trying to find a way through. Eventually, Clayster finds one. Clayster finds a second. And he has really been the MVP here for Legion pretty much the entire series. But is it going to be enough? We'll have to find out as they try to get in here first.
Big kills.
Legion who grab control. Let's find out how they are feeling with the Vegas Listen in.
You can run away. I'm good. Hold, keep on your elbow. Keep on your elbow. I have it. He's me back left.
Nothing right.
I have Z. I'm looking at Z. I'm gonna look your mid now, Clay. I'm looking your mid now. I remember.
Blue, Byron, he's weak.
Blue. I'm trying to shot Blue. Blue dead. One shot back. I'm on RV, our side RV, on the blue door, in between the door. We got V. Pre-firing it. Good job. There.
One shot dead. Pushing me blue.
20 behind I have your guard wall. I'm sending that to
dead.
Spawning 10. I have mid cut. I have the whole deep cross. I have the deep cross too.
I'm looking back 10. He's crossed the
Lawn, teach, 100%.
I'm coming to teach. I'm going to teach.
Oh, dead. Better go towards time, bro. I'm going to mid 10. I'm going to mid 10. Right. I'm coming hill. Dark one shot. Yellow vent. One shot. Absolute max on the ice cream spot.
One's on me somewhere, bro. Blue.
Still on me, yellow vent.
Garage hill.
Out to Lamar. Lamar's double.
I spawned out. They're spawning P2. Get him out of hill. Let's get 30.
Yeah.
Hill one shot Sib.
One P2 match. I died.
Nice.
And it's turned into an absolute scrap in the middle of the map. But it will be Seattle Surge against one away. You can hear the comms spinning from Legion as well. This game is balanced on a knife edge.
Seattle Surge in control of P2 here. Looking to try and lock some time down, but look at the break coming in here now for the side of Vegas Legion. They found a way through, and they found Pred, who finds two. Never goes down with less than one, but Clayster just trying his best to stay alive. The rest of the team not quite spawned up there. The split is potentially there, but Pred's there to shut it down again. Seattle Surge only 7 in the lead. If we go to a map 5, Legion are 5-0 on Fortress Search and Destroy. Seattle Surge kind of need a win now.
They're looking for it as well. Mac trying to do everything. He's shooting both directions at one. Eventually 10 will get it. They want to break this. They do not want to give Seattle Surge too many points away. Clayster finds another one. Goes to the chow. Jumps over accuracy. He dives. He's still playing his life as well. Can Clayster get it? He can. He breaks through. We're in. 28 seconds left to go. And we are off to the races. We are off to the rotation. Both teams looking for this one. And it will be Seattle Surge that are here first. Hearts will be pumping. Adrenaline will be dumped into the systems. Both teams want this desperately.
Legion are going to be slightly, ever so slightly in the lead as we head over towards P3. Honestly, if I'm TJ, I'm choking that one up and getting over here to help my teammates out. Sib in the middle of the map is going to be the one that's going to try and cut things off. He's found 1, 2. And now Prolo, yes, you may well find Pred.
Oh, split.
But the reinforcements are not there. Who's found another?
No. Actually, trying to stay alive, looking for this play coming.
Oh, Proloot!
He gets gunned! Oh my goodness! The Legion are in! 40 seconds left, they can win it here as well. Sib is going to go down. The rest of Seattle Surge are trying to get here now. They have time for a stack. They have time for a push, but they need to break this. We are going to a map number 5. 10 finds the first one as he walks in. TJ finds another. Sib is alive as he pushes through, but Proloot finds him as well on a 5 streak. And I don't think they've contested it enough.
The tick's there. Yeah, they've got the tick. You need to get in if you Seattle Surge. You need to get in. You need to do something.
It's the miracle in Mikado as they keep going. 10 gets another kill, a 5 streak.
That's game.
And Lee hit that away from Seattle Surge. They were behind. They were beaten, but never broken. And we are going to a map 5. And you can see the frustration on Seattle's face. Because now the wind of destiny is roaring. Legion are 5-0 on the final S&D. Seattle Surge did not look good on the last one. We are going to a map number 5. Oh my goodness.
And Proloot goes massive towards the end, heading over towards P3, and he just picks them apart on his own. It almost felt a little bit too easy. They find a breakthrough after a really decent hold.
I could watch it again. I think
honestly,
we've done it so many times today.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's better than watching our faces, to be honest. We might as well watch something again. But it's just how he picks them apart. I just don't even understand how it's so easy for him to find those kills. He does so well. 250 to 216, and as alluded to halfway through that map, Fortress Search and Destroy, Vegas Legion 5-0, yet to lose the map. This is a disaster scenario now for Seattle Surge.
Well. We are going to a break. When we get back here on the Call of Duty League, the final map of Legion versus Surge. Let's find out how it goes. We'll catch you right after this.
Need more Call of Duty League? Sign up for the official CDL newsletter. Get updates, special offers, and premium content delivered directly to your inbox all season long. Scan the QR code to sign up now. You'll also be entered to win a pair of 4-day general admission passes to Major 2 in Boston.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are heading for a map 5. Vegas Legion and Seattle Surge have battled through 4, but they will end it here. So, while we talk about this one, we obviously talked before the break about statistically, this is very, very good for Legion. Not so great for Seattle Surge ton. But we found out that this is actually Seattle's pick.
Yeah, so you'd presume that they've been doing a lot of work on this map and they want to try and, I don't know, put that into practice. Let's see if the work has been paying off. A few more stats to allude to on this map in particular. For the side of Surge that do not read pretty, so let's see how they break things down, but TJ will find the first kill. Clayster backing on up, just trying to stay alive. Good spot here for the side of Legion.
First blood and using that sight line, just the tiniest bit of bad carpentry there on the door. As you can see, if somebody crosses, Seattle Surge with a numerical disadvantage will be looking to get this bomb down and pull Legion into them.
Just sitting back. And try and get this down if they can. Gotta then tempt Legion into a push that you've then just gotta try and hold. Nope, hold on, CJ.
Incredible forearm strength.
Pushes through, finds a pick. Lovely stuff. Because he doesn't need to do more. Take the small wins. Oh, wow, okay, never mind. Accuracy and Mac find 2 kills out of absolutely nothing, and all of a sudden it's a 2v2. They wouldn't, would they?
I think they are. I think they
Players read it. Players read it.
Clayster, though, is here. Finds it. And now actually in a 1 versus 2, but no time, no positioning, and he has to get past Clayster. Has to go for this chow. Has to wide swing. And Clayster is ready with the irons, and Legion take round number 1 on the S&D.
Nicely done from Clay. I think as soon as he gets a little bit of information from his teammate there, and say somebody's crossing, hearing nothing over towards the other side. It's just back on down. Make sure we don't die. 1 kill's good enough to pretty much secure the round. Good start here from the side of Legion.
Yeah, it is. And I think this is the thing. They're so well practiced on this map. They must feel so confident at all times. Temp gets another first blood. Now looking to convert this. The call will be coming in from Vegas. Can we push it? Can we get across without trying to get away from these trades? Seattle Surge look like they might stack a little bit. Fred just hanging on the window. TJ spots him before he can do anything.
And for the Vegas Legion, you'd think that a plant would be of the utmost importance. When they get the bomb down, specifically on Fortress, they win 86% of the rounds. It's a huge stat, and you got to think about that. They've got to be thinking about it right now.
Well, they say patience is a virtue, and Legion are showing it. But with a lot of bullets thrown down range, nothing has happened outside of that first blood.
Here we go.
He finds him, isn't able to convert it either, though. Nate going out, but he will be caught. Pred managed to bring it back to a 3 versus 3. Pred's here as well, looking for the second. And Prolu gets away with his life in the narrowest of margin. Clayster eventually finds Mac. Accuracy's going for Prolu here, and he chows! And takes him down, and now Pred alive in a 1 versus 3. Almost a 1 versus 2, but that bomb is going to go down. Is Pred going to be in position? No. Temp will shut him down before he can do more damage.
Little smile from Clayster there. Temp ready and waiting.
A whole lot of stress.
Yeah, that felt like a very stressful round, didn't it? I think it's easy for us because, you know, we can see the Codcaster. We know that there is a level of control there for Vegas Legion. I just don't think they knew they had. Ultimately, though, they will find the round. They'll be more than happy to do so. Looking good here for the Legion. A hell of a scalp to take. See how flew at that. They're absolutely flying it. He's still going, Pred, as well. Temp punishes him for it.
And this aggressive push on Tweet is going to pay out, but not that time. Prolu gets it back, and he is actually going to pop his daddy as well, but he might be pushed here. There is a player going out for it. Sib
Temp's watching
tried to find him. He's going to find Temp as well. Now knows exactly where he is. 1 versus 2 here for Prolu. Prolu already gets 1. Looking for Sib. Sib is super weak. The timing and the angles. It says, oh, peekaboo. Prolu takes him down. 3-0.
And it's looking like a bad map pick. It's looking like a bad map pick. Prolu's like, oh, thank you very much. Pull-ups, is it? Nope.
Yeah, Sib tried to kind of bamboozle him, outguess him, but Prolu was still waiting. The Legion keep marching forward. This is smelling like a win for them, but I don't want to jinx it.
Push over towards it, coming in again. Look at Pred. Already pushed up, big gunfight coming. Sib will find the first kill at the TJ as well. Pred will find a second. Is this now a little bit of life from the side of Seattle Surge? Prolu in a really bad spot. Accuracy will find a Pred. Another, that was fast.
There was a lot of aggression there coming from Seattle Surge, and it broke them down before they could do anything. You see this as well. Pred is kind of hitting the burners a bit in this game. He is constantly being progressive, constantly being aggressive wherever he can. And when it works delightfully. Legion are not able to kind of reset up in time.
And that was just aggression, wasn't it? I mean, you got Pred on your team. You can't not just release him into bottom off. Has to be the play. Stun check coming on through. Accuracy, it's a dangerous spot, this one. It's a good one to cover across. TJ, yeah. Lovely stuff. That's the kind of scenario where you can maybe get traded, or Sib can just pop out and here's another round for Seattle Surge, you'd think. I'm going down.
This one pretty much sorted. There's very little gap for them to maneuver. Pred goes for the chow. Pred eventually gets it down. Accuracy will be taken down by Clayster, but Sib says thank you very much. And Seattle Surge come roaring back into this S&D ton.
Nicely done. For all it was looking like the side of Vegas Legion were just about to run away with it. Just aggression coming out. Higher lines than expected. Accuracy, quite happy to ADS and take those kills all day long. Good composure from the side of Seattle Surge here. Legion need an answer back though. I wonder if Legion are maybe being a little bit too passive.
Well, I was going to say the other way of this. I think the aggressiveness from Seattle is kind of throwing them off the game again. Pred goes to Chow Clay. And now without TJ getting first bloods, it's going to be another time that Seattle Surge are going to be at the advantage. However, that bomb is going down.
Remember that percentage.
Fortune favors the brave, though, and Seattle are getting brave with it.
Big kill.
Aggressive here from TJ.
He's had an absolute blinder there. Fantastic work by Legion. Oh, what, we're down in numbers? Yeah, get the bomb down. Invite them over.
3 versus 4. It is a clutch up from them. That statistic did not lie. If they get that bomb down, they are usually favored. And they managed to make all the kills they needed to. Legion 4-2 now in the S&D.
And that was just so much better. You know, it's those proactive kind of moments. Probably like, okay, well, let's just like change the scenario. Yes, okay, we're down in numbers, but let's force them to have to do something. Temp getting aggressive with the angles on A. Seattle have stepped back here as well. Does he know he has a lot of control? Does he know he has time?
Just trying to see the pixels he needs to. Mac is here. But at the moment, Temp does not know. He hasn't switched, and that's why. I think he just saw it there, and he may have seen the tiniest bit. Mac is up there, but still being patient. That nade comes straight on the Temp, and he's lucky not to get stuck. Pred comes through, though, on the flank. And we see Seattle Surge for the first blood. 52 seconds left for them to plant, and they have the numbers. TJ goes for a little bit of a pop-out. Pred finds another one. He's 8 and 4. Mac gets a third, and now it's just Clayster trying to clutch it up, but he's already been shot. Managed to find Pred. Almost finds Sid, but he will be taken down by accuracy. No Cinderella story.
Not quite. Clayster did well, but honestly, it's just the aggression that I think Legion just aren't expecting some of the Seattle players to be where they are. Specifically when Seattle are the ones on the attack. They're pushing up high and waiting for the retake potentially to come in from the side of Legion. And when it does, they're in a perfect position like TJ popped out. Just have a peek down the corridor, over towards top outside, over towards cannons, and gets caught immediately. Seattle Surge ready and waiting. Wants to play this round though.
Don't let Legion plant.
Good idea. Oh,
yeah. Fortunately, there's a trophy there.
And a TJ.
Yeah, it's always good to have both of those. Waiting for it again. Look at this aggression here from Pred, though. One more time. He's found TJ. Just keep slipping the net. Never stops. Did he see Clayster's there or not?
I did Clayster see him.
No, I think he's waiting for it as well, though. 3 versus 3 here. Legion choosing to back away from the bomb site for now. For this one, and Clayster is ready for him.
Seen him.
He's read Pred like a book. And now they'll start slowly making their way over here. Mac and accuracy will want to prevent this, but it will be the stack from Legion coming through.
That's just such a hard retake in the 2 versus 3 here if this bomb does go down. If you can prevent it, though, you put yourself in a decent enough situation. Pro is just ready and waiting. Knows they're going to challenge. It's a combination of the both. I think accuracy, very weak, will get taken down. Temp will find the second, and already weak Mac as well. Prelude's getting hyped, and Vegas Legion in a really nice spot.
Just enough teamwork to make the dream work there as well. I was a little bit nervous when accuracy was almost winning that gunfight, but Temp backs it up, and they manages to get both. Legion now 1 round away from taking this series. A huge scalp to take, Ton. You said it earlier on, and it remains true. Can they do it?
Clayster. The scope is out. Look at the aggression again from Pred. Find the first blood. He's trying his best. 10 and 6 from him. I said this map. Oh, he's nearly killed himself with a grenade. But this map just suits him so much. He's a slippery little fish, and he just gets away in and out of art, and he's just such a pain.
Yeah, that's probably annoying Clay a little bit. Temp has actually moved forward there. This is not a very fast movement for him, but it is patient. He's waiting for someone to make a mistake. They want that life back. They want this back to a 3 versus 3. Seattle trying not to make any mistakes.
Look at the aggression from Temp. He's crawled up. He's on his belly. Oh, my word!
I don't know if Clay got which one, but unbelievable. Temp slithers his way into the side. Prelude gets another one, and it's just accuracy at the back. It's a 1 versus 3. He has to do this to stay alive. Then he popped. Get out of there at 1 health. Run, accuracy. Run for your life. 23 seconds left. The bomb is miles away. Is this doable?
Surely Legion have got this on lock.
I don't know. Accuracy. 13 seconds.
Daddy's out.
Where are they? There's Clay. Down he goes, and the Legion walk away with a victory over Seattle Surge. They get hyped. Clayster hits his chest. He knows they've done a madness. Hands on head for Seattle Surge. And Vegas Legion have managed to take them away. Huge scalp for them in the end. And that is a meme already. I don't know what that face was, Clay, but it's glorious, and I love it. But the Legion have just won the same amount of points in week 1 of qualifier 2 for the major as they did the entire last year.
And what a performance it was as well. For all that I was saying Pred was being so influential for the side of Surge, Vegas Legion dealt with it. Yeah, okay, he might have been 10 and 7, but it was usually a trade coming on through for him. He found a lot of kills in the rounds that, of course, Seattle Surge went on to win. But Legion, when they could shut him down, when they could get some freedom, just dominated the map, to be honest.
So many good plays out of Legion as well. I want to say I think my player of that series was probably Clayster. Over and over again, He was making crucial kills. It's not always the stats. It's not always about KD, but I think he was pretty good anyway. But I think when you go back and look at some of the crucial moments in that, it's Clayster holding the points he needs to. Over and again. And then let's not forget Vaznev Clay, also amazing. Played pretty well all the way through, but we knew it was dangerous if we got to map 5 ton.
Yeah, we did. And I wonder if you're Seattle, that being your pick as well, you say to yourself, oh, was that the best of decisions? But look, some teams want to put some practice in to some maps that maybe they haven't been looking great on. If they are wanting to put the practice in, they need to put some more in, because Vegas Legion just put them to bed there. 3-2 win. Really, really big win for the side of Legion. I'm really happy for them as well, actually. Really good win.
It's always good to see an underdog win. That's a British thing. But speaking of a British thing, we're going to hand over to our American counterparts on the desk to break it down. Puckett, over to you.
Has to be said, this was definitely the best match on the day. 2 3-0s and then a game 5 with a very nice finish to a game 4, setting up our second search and destroy. Alley Cat may be the best analyst in Call of Duty Esports history. She is 3 for 3 on the day, as Ant and I are holding our 1 and 3 records. Alley, you saw it coming again. How did the Legion get it done here?
It's one day. Honestly, looking at the map layout, for me personally, I know we had a really good conversation about this heading into it, where it was like the map 3 and the map 1 are going to be the most important ones here. And it was the fact that Vegas were playing their best hardpoint in that map 1. They end up losing it by 9 points. So then it was like map 4, Mercado hardpoint, is one of Seattle's best hardpoints, if not their best hardpoint. So it was like signed off at that point, at least for us on the desk, that they were going to close that one out.
Right.
But as Call of Duty does, it was huge plays from Prolo. It was huge plays from Clay. They end up clutching out in the end. And the search and destroy is obviously Vegas Legion were the better search and destroy team in this matchup. Beautiful series.
When it comes to the search in particular, we were both commenting just how impressive that final round was from Legion. It was 3v4. I said, Seattle better not throw this. And then Donnie Temp, sneaking his way through, lines up a double kill. Before that second kill registers, Clayster hits the beam, the sniper through the doorway. The whole team just seemed to be on lock when it came to the comms today, Ant.
Yeah, I mean, Search and Destroy is just spectacular on their behalf. Like, their breakoffs as well on that game 2 on the CeeLo, just wonderful. Like, Clay's pushing up through arches, getting snipes in bottom pool. They're picking up kills also on the field side of the map. Like, they're doing exactly what they need to do in S&D. And then when you look at the side of Seattle on that, it's the same problems. Like, if you watch any of Seattle's Fortress Search and Destroy, which Vegas obviously did, they capitalized on every single time. Pred goes out, he gets that first kill. But what happens after that? They still play slow. They're not collapsing as a team. Vegas played to that. They knew what was going to happen. As soon as Pred got that kill, they got the trade on him more often times than not, and they end up sealing the deal.
Shout out to the coaches for doing the homework, but the homework, it's worthless unless you get to that game 5. And this is our scuff play of the game that got them there. Walk me through it, Allie. It's the final 30 seconds here of that game 4. It looked like Seattle had this one on lock.
So it was Prolute and Temp, right? And I was worried about this hill because they were by themselves, and unfortunately, Sip was just locking down the middle of the map, so the teammates, the cavalry, could not come and help them break into this tin. So it was them against the world. It is just the fact that Prolute finds 2. They catch Seattle off guard. They get the break into the hill. And at that point, it's just about holding from there. You're talking about the 11th team and holding in the league, closing this one out in the way that they did. And I think that's just so impressive.
It just blows my mind right here, too, because Seattle, they had an optimal setup, right? They're counting players. Like, they're counting well. They're a good team. They know where they're going to be at on the map, right? And they know that there's 2 players that they don't know where they're at. They know they're going to be channeling into the hill at some point. It's Temp and it's Prolute. They wait. The rest of the team spawns out Barber, Sibs, cutting them off, getting those kills. They just break in, just a patient play, just things you didn't expect out of a team like Las Vegas Legion. In Hardpoint, well, look where we are.
They held that final point, and they get the final second to get that game 4 victory before edging out Seattle Surge. But before all that happened, we have to revisit one more moment in this series. It was the ace, and it's our Hummer EV Super Truck extraction play of the day. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Extraction mode, fully loaded. Prolute, bomb, 3 players on it. Not anymore. Melton 1, 2, 3, and why not make it 4? Picks up the ace and finishes out the round.
as he takes the lead. That was round number 1. How do you set the tone better than that? It can't be done.
I had something so funny about the situation is that when Prolute popped Deddy initially in the bomb room, he was just looking at the window, and I was like, what is Prolute doing? Like, why did you pop Deddy just to hold this pregame? I blink, and then he goes and he pops that 3-piece seconds before Matt can set defuse.
And then he just closes the door nonchalant. Close the door and chill. Come fight me.
Come on, man. You got one angle. Challenge me. Prolute gets it done. Vegas gets it done. We're going to be talking here with our players here pretty shortly. Can we talk a little bit about the Surge, though? What went wrong for them tonight? Because 2 of us predicted Surge to win it. And I want to start with you.
Sure.
Where did they fall short?
Oh, well, one, I think the vetoes, they should not have played Fortress, Search, and Destroy. I mean, that Game 5, they get rid of Hotel in this series. A little bit confusing as we look at Vegas. They're 2-2 on Hotel, Search, and Destroy, so decent, but not great by any measure. And then when you look at Fortress, that has been a problem for Seattle throughout this entire game. I think they're now 1-4 on that map. And specifically, when they're at those arches and they're getting those first bloods, like, they're on defense. You have to collapse simultaneously, either through the doors or push through art into their spawn. You cannot wait and play for those extra kills afterwards. So I think it's just get rid of the map. Like, it's not working for you at this point.
Allie, is Prolute still underrated? The chat is just putting Rolute over and over again.
I think he is. I think even I underestimate him when we watch Vegas Legion play. I feel like he was a player last year that his initial showing up on the Optic Texas when he had to sub in, it was like, oh, wow, this guy is gross. You know, he was somebody who was really good at Search and Destroy, and he was like, everybody is scared. I feel like in the pro scene when it comes to Search and Destroy, that's why I'm feeling so comfortable. Unfortunately, he kind of fell off. I feel like a little bit after that. He's picked up by the Vegas Legion, but not anything notable after that, excuse me. So to see him shine this year as he has, especially in Search and Destroy, has been a good pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
We're going to be revisiting all of this series and talking with a member of the Vegas Legion as soon as Don is finishing his album. But we got to get to a recap of what went down earlier today. If you guys didn't see our first